or just be yourself. If people don't like it, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
It's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
And welcome to another episode of The Noize, the actual Noize.
Ha.
If you haven't yet, go ahead and follow us on the big three, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Noize Podcast. And of course, you follow everything Beat Network at beatnetworkonline.com. And as you heard from the intro, let me see, I need a name.
Now, you had time to think of something.
Yeah, I know. But as we just discussed prior to getting on this episode, today is going to be a terrible thinking day for me. Let's see. Kavikio.
Kavikio. Is this like...
Son of Kavandor.
I don't know who those people are, but I'll take it.
I don't either, but I bet you it'd be a dope-ass Disney Plus show. Cut the check.
Kavikio. Kavikio and the 10 Stones.
Kavikio and the 10 Stones. I am Kavikio, son of Kavandor. Theme music be epic as fuck. It'll ultimately be like Thundercats.
Thundercats in reverse.
Right, but it's going to be dogs, pit bulls and shit.
Theme song is Who Let the Dogs Out. That's the theme song.
But it's going to be like a extra dramatic Who Let Doom, 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 Who Let the Dogs Out.
It sounds like the Catholic Church in the background.
Who let the dogs out? I am Kavikio, son of Kavandor.
Wow.
What are the dogs going to be called?
I don't know.
My dumb ass would say, the Bloodhounds?
He got to have like a super generic name. Like his name got to be like Bob or something.
Right. One of them got to just have a regular ass name.
Yeah.
It's Kavikio. Remington.
Jesus.
Sal Fakoi. Jerry.
Nah, you just making shit up now.
And Jerry's the scientist.
Got you. He's the smart one out of the bunch.
Exactly. He's the one that cooks everything. Yo,
right.
Speaking of scientists, I dropped this shit on the Back to the Classics page. Mm-hmm. So first of all, did you watch the Jake Paul fight?
I watched enough.
That's pretty much all you have to do. I didn't even watch that. I watched the clip. We'll get to that.
That was enough, but
we'll get to that though, because there's an interesting conversation behind that. But one of the commercials that dropped was for fucking Jaleel White's new marijuana brand, Purple Urkel.
Yeah. First, I think that name is so dope to me.
Oh yeah.
Like the weed straight, that's dope.
First, just seeing him dress up as Steve Urkel again, I'm like, oh, okay, so this nigga didn't age. Didn't age at all. Well, that's all great. Oh, before we get too deep into the episode, thenoizemerch.threadless.com. Go ahead and buy yourself some Noize merch. Beat Network on Amazon Fire Stick. Download that. Give us a 5-star rating. I don't think they'll allow you to leave comments. They may allow you to leave comments.
I don't know.
Either way, drop that young 5-star. Do that. Appreciate you greatly.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Rach. Thank you, Rach.
Big up to Rach.
Filled in for your boy. I fill in I tell you guys what happened with that, but appreciate you.
Absolutely. Oh, I didn't know that. I guess we could have went into that first. I'll finish this out and then let's jump into that. I had a brilliant idea that needs to be a 5-part miniseries to promote Purple Urkel.
5 parts to promote something?
5 parts.
Jeez.
It's going to be perfect promotion because you know how they sneak product placement into all these movies and shit anyway?
True.
You don't need no other product placement but Purple Urkel.
Purple Urkel? Okay.
So peep, right? Boom. So obviously, Family Matters, shot in Chicago. Mm-hmm. It's a spinoff. Mm-hmm. And it has to be shot like Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Has to be shot like Breaking Bad. But still be all the Family Matters shit, period, right? And Steve, Steve and Laura, they kind of fall into some tough times.
Okay.
Money is getting low because, coronavirus didn't happen. Steve probably done lost his job. He probably was working on, Steve was working at Johnson & Johnson. And he was one of the niggas that allowed the blood clots.
Shit, if Steve was working at Johnson & Johnson, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have had these issues. But carry on.
No, you want to know why? Because as soon as he gonna have a flashback, right? Mm-hmm. See, you helping me build the plot, brother. Gotcha. They gonna have a flash when he's talking about, you were doing just fine at Johnson & Johnson. They're going to do a flashback, and they're going to be then watching TV, and it says, Johnson & Johnson vaccine causes blood clots in women. And then all the science is going to turn around and look at Steve, and what's Steve going to say?
I don't know what he's gonna say.
Did I do that?
You are terrible.
And then he's gonna be like, yeah, great time, whatever. Anyway, so they're on hard times now. So Steve is like, I got to do something about it. So he's trying to figure out what's the best way to fix this problem. And of course, he figures out, I want to just help the community. We're in Chicago. Shit is real. I want to make sure I can help the community. So of course, he figures out a way to provide a vaccine that's not your average vaccine. What's the vaccine? Purple Urkel. So he creates Purple Urkel. You know what I'm saying? He whips it up. He tries it out. You know what I'm saying? He does all his Steve shit. Laura probably come home from work. She's probably working like CVS or something because, it's Chicago. And he's just in there playing the motherfucking accordion, jamming on some Steve. I'm telling you, it's all the usual shit, but it's all shot like Breaking Bad.
Right. And the theme is Purple Urkel.
And the theme is Purple Urkel. So then, she tries it. They both get stupid high off of it. And they both develop an immunity to COVID. Well, we got to get this out. Well, Steve, you can't go sell this. That's when Steve reintroduces Stefan Urkel.
Wow.
And Stefan Urkel is the trap boy. He's the D boy.
The fact that you sat down and thought about all this, I got to applaud.
Thank you.
Because that's very intricate.
Isn't it? Tell me you wouldn't want to watch that.
I don't know if I'm watching a show or if I'm watching a promotion. Like, what's going on here?
Listen, look.
I tell you this,
I added Jaleel White too. I was like, hey, let me produce that for you.
If this is a promotion, I would definitely buy some Purple Urkel.
I'm telling you.
I can't say it. Purple Urkel.
Purple Urkel.
I would buy it. Well, I think that name is dope.
It works.
Like, it works.
And it's funny because it used to be a joke name. Because I remember
they were thinking about it. Or?
No, like I can't remember where it came from, but there was like a movie or a TV show where a dude said it had a weed strand called Purple Urkel.
Wow.
Because I've never heard of Purple Urkel.
And it's crazy because that name, I mean, it fits perfectly with him, but I can see that being a name like a dealer just making up on the street about, you know what I mean? Like, I can see that. Oh, this that Purple Urkel. Like, I can see that. So, and I'm happy he kind of getting into this game. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, might as well. I mean, shit, I want like it to be a black takeover when it comes to that. Might as well at this point. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think it is? Because I know rappers, well, even though he's not a rapper, I know they smoke.
I think he got records.
Okay, well, I'll say this, like celebrities have kind of different weed from the rest of us. Like, it seems like it's extremely potent. Do you think that this strand would be on like in dispensaries? Do you think it'd be there?
Yeah, I think it's already in dispensaries.
Really? Okay. Because I'm still trying to figure out, like, can you buy napalm? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Well,
no, because they just snatched that back.
Well, I think that was just one place, one dispensary.
I think it was the distributor in general.
Wow.
I
know they were trying to say it was racist or something. Like, I don't see how, but
this is
overly, everybody's sensitive, dog.
It's definitely overly sensitive because the issue is napalm was one of the key ingredients used when they were dropping bombs. I want to say it was in Vietnam. So when they dropped the bomb, napalm is like a liquid substance.
Yeah, it's a liquid. It's an oil base. It catches fire. That's why it's kind of hard to put out because it catches oil.
Right.
Yeah.
And when it drops, it creates this streak of fire. So you're able to burn extra shit up. Right, you know what I'm saying? And because of that, contributed to killing a bunch of Asians in Vietnam. They're saying because he called it napalm, it's racist.
Nah, that's bullshit.
But the crazy shit is, the shit was used for 20 years in multiple other wars.
Exactly.
It's just because of the Stop Asian Hate regimen that's going on right now that now all of a sudden everybody is, clutching their pearls when it comes down to Asian stuff. I want to
speak on that so bad, but the things that I have to say probably won't be very privy to certain people, so I keep it myself. Like, we can have it like off camera or off mic or something like that. But I got so much to say about that, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, it shouldn't be. That's stupid.
That's just being overly sensitive. Literally, I almost spat out what I was going to say as well. But I was like, nope, you're not going to get me cancel culture.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
But yeah, man. How the hell did we get on this?
I don't know.
Oh, Purple Urkel being out.
Is it,
in
do
the
you think
stores.
it'll be? Do you think we can go purchase some of this?
I'm curious to when we will. I'm pretty sure they're doing little test runs in like select cities and shit like that before they get to major distribution. If you've had Purple Urkel, let us know how, you know what I'm saying, to get
right.
down.
I wonder if I hope it's not trash. What if it's bad? What if it's like some Reggie?
Look,
What if
the
it's
shit,
Purple Urkel
we
really
saw Steve
Waldo?
Urkel turn himself into Bruce Lee, Stefan, Mechanic, Elvis.
Right, all that. And what if this weed strain is really some Waldo? Like, we don't want that.
Damn, like this nigga made skunk. Like, where'd you get who was your plug?
Right.
Oh, the twist at the end. Carl was promoted to detective, obviously in some time, and now he has to investigate Purple Urkel.
That'd be an entertaining thing to watch. Like if they was to do a little limited mini series or something like that, that'd be entertaining.
It only need 5 episodes.
Yeah,
episodes.
that'd actually be entertaining. I watch it.
Gotta be. And you know what? It can't even. It ain't even got to be like Breaking Bad. It could all be like Snowfall, because then Carl can be like what's that guy's name?
Jerome?
No, not Jerome. Carl could be like Teddy McDonald. Could be like the CIA guy.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. Oh, and trust me, we'll get to Snowfall.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're finally like caught up, and not only with that, I haven't had nobody talk to about it because ain't nobody caught up or anything. So this is dope for me.
Then before we get into that, then you say you wanted to catch people up. What's happening? Where you been at?
Yeah,
we had had the noise. We had to turn my mic up.
Yeah, so Wednesday the 7th, I was going to get my tattoo, which wasn't finished. You know, it was the first session and was cool. And about 30, maybe 45 minutes left, my eye, like the vision got kind of blurry, my left eye. And, you know, I thought maybe I just closed my eyes for a second, open my eye back, I'll be good. So I did that. And it never got back. I started getting dizzy and I couldn't see. Like it was like, that was a rough few minutes. And mind you, being that it was a tattoo appointment and I knew I was going to be gone all day, I got dropped off. So I wasn't even driving. And it just never got better that day. So I was like, you know, once I go to sleep, go to sleep is like a reset button. So I go to sleep, I wake up, I'll be good. Went to sleep and I slept like, you know, pretty good. I guess probably because I was disoriented and I just slept good. Or I'll say for a long time. And I woke up, my eye was still
doing this thing.
Yeah. So I was like, whoa. So mind you, this is Thursday. Friday, I went into the hospital. Cause I was like, yo, there's something's not right. I was actually really worried that I wasn't going to be able to see it. It was going to slowly get worse and I wasn't going to be able to see out of this motherfucker no more. So, Friday I went to the hospital and they ran all these tests and everything kept coming back negative. Nothing's wrong. They can clear, even the eye pressure, you know, when they blow in your eye at the eye doctor, that was all fine. Mind you, I went to the eye doctor.
Did he use like the little machine or did he like centrally get close?
I actually went to the eye doctor before.
He hit you with that.
I actually went to the eye doctor before I went to the hospital. He sent me to the hospital. So they did all the tests. I even paid like the little extra money to have like where you can kind of see in the eye, see all the shit. Cause I was worried. I was like, nah, we got to figure out what the fuck is going on. So I paid the extra money for that. And it was like, everything seems good, you know, go to the hospital because we can clearly see that something is not good. So I went to the hospital runs all this tests and they was like, everything is good, but we see that
something's happening.
Something is going on. So we want to
keep winking at me. I don't like that shit.
We want to keep you. And I had just started just got hired at this new job. You know what I mean? I was supposed to start that following Monday. Or, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to start that following Monday. I had a DMV appointment, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows getting into the DMV is hard.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't do this, which I needed to do. I don't get in for another 3 months. So I was like, nah, I can't. You know,
I put in PTO so I can go to the DMV.
Yeah, I was like, I got stuff to do. I can't do it. I was like, it's not causing me any pain. I just deal with it. And then I was thinking, it's Saturday. They want me to see a doctor who was a specialist. He's not going to see me until Monday. So I was like, fine, fuck it. I didn't go to the hospital, nothing like that. I still never got better. Monday, I went into the hospital. They checked me in, did all that. Like, I was admitted at that point. They did a whole bunch of tests. They had me do it was either MRI, I don't know, but I was in this big tube thing, and I'm like kind of claustrophobic, like not to the point where I need to take something, or like I'm like that person on Hey Arnold, big open spaces. I'm
But
not
you
like
start
that.
breathing heavy.
Yeah, but so I'm in there and I'm not wigging out, but internally I'm wigging out.
That was definitely an MRI.
You know what I mean? And not only that, they have you on this flat bed, and I have a bad back, so this shit is hurting, and I'm wigging out. For them to tell me, no, we can't find nothing wrong. So all in all, this turns out to be a situation where it's just going to get better over time. Now, I will say from that Wednesday, from that Friday, from that Monday, it has gotten better. Like, I do feel like it's getting better. But it's just one of those things where the vision is blurry, and I kind of got the Fetty Wap eye mixed with a Forrest Whitaker eye right now.
Woo!
Only difference is it's not like discolored like Fetty's, but yeah,
But that shit don't lean.
it's funny because like
Shit's sitting pretty.
like when I can feel like my eye is open, like I have it open. When you look in the mirror, it's definitely not open.
It's closed,
but it
right.
feels like it's open. So I kind of deal with it. I'm not gonna lie though. Those first, I'm not even gonna say that Friday when I first went into the hospital. I won't even say that. When I first didn't know really what's going on, I was really, really worried.
No, I could tell when we were talking about it.
Like I was worried. Like sometimes, like when I go into have different things, I'm like, nah, I'll be good. You know what I mean? I'll be good. I was in there like, yo, this shit's not getting better. Wait a minute. And then What was really worrying me was they kept telling me we can't see nothing on the test. Like I had, what do they call them? Doctors that are kind of in training. You know how to be there with you. I was in a little room by myself in the hospital, and two doctors come in. They was like, yeah, we're doctors in training. We we never seen anything like this. We just want to see. I was like, I felt like I needed Dr. House. Like,
right.
Like I was really, really fucked up, and I was worried. And I was like, yo, what if y'all
ain't got no doctors in here on opioids, man? We need this shit.
Like, what if I'm not able to see? You know what I mean? What, like I said, I was worried. I still have no pain, never had any pain. My right eye is just fine, and it's odd because if I close my right eye, I can see out of my left eye just fine. If I close my right eye, I can see, or my left eye, I can close my right eye just fine. It's only when I have them both open. But it really, really worried me. So that's a big reason why I wasn't here, because I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
So I had to figure that out. And again, shout out to Rach, because she stepped up and helped me out when I really, really needed it. So right now I gotta walk around, like you said, looking like Nick Fury.
Definitely on your Avengers game.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
And you know what's funny about that? So just out of shits and giggles, like a few weeks ago, I got a katana. It was like on sale. Like I was like, I've never had a katana. Fuck it, buy a katana.
Niggas spending money.
Right. So now currently I have a katana and an eye patch. You know how crazy I fucking look right now? If I was to go like standing on the sidewalk somewhere with my sword and the katana, people would really think it's the end of the fucking world.
Gotta be.
Like
either that or he's on meth.
Yeah, something. I need to be on Boulder Highway somewhere.
Straight up on Boulder Highway, trying to figure it out.
It was definitely it was scary, man. But I can't say being in there. It really, I guess, kind of, you know, since this is COVID right now, kind of isolated from my family. You know what I mean?
Only getting that one visit at a time.
Yeah. So really wasn't able to see my kids, but it really made me think, man, like, got to take your health into. Now, granted, this was a situation where obviously we don't know what the fuck happened or how to prevent it, but
it was literally a shit happened situation.
But
right.
We gotta take our health in more consideration and be up on that, because shit happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you said, shit happens. So yeah, that was currently what was going on with your boy, and I'm back. So yeah,
we up in here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I remember when you told me about it, like you seemed genuinely nervous, and And I remember you showed me the picture, and I was just like, is it an allergic reaction? Like what could it be? Like it was all questionable. So I remember hitting the group chat after DMX passed away. Like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and I was just like, trying to see who's gonna be involved. Kev is down at the moment, you know what I'm saying? So I know he's not gonna be able. Who else gonna be able to do it? What's going on with Kev? What's going on with Kev? What's going on with Kev? And I'm like, I'll leave it to him to tell y'all. Just know that I said he's good, but he's down right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all that needs to be said. So we were able to do that and crank it out. But no, I'm glad it was, you know what I'm saying, it was nothing crazy. Boy, them meals that you were sharing, that shit just looked like unseasoned.
Yeah, it was real bad. What was pissing me off the most about that though was they would give me a menu on like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would fill out, the best thing that they had on the menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they never brought me what I ordered. Ever brought me what I ordered. I even mentioned like, yo, this isn't, oh, we're sorry. You're
out.
Sorry, but I'm starved.
Like, that doesn't change shit. I'm still hungry.
Yeah. The food was real bad.
Well, glad to have you back up, man. You got to do what you got to do to get yourself back good. Like you said, just something that we can't take advantage of and really got to stay on top of, certain shit. I know certain shit is also, kind of, this is one of those unavoidable situations.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing I could have done. I mean, if there is, I completely don't know, but I don't think there's nothing that I could have done.
Right.
This is probably just going to happen.
But the shit we can't control, we definitely got to make sure we control.
Yeah. I'm just thankful I wasn't driving in that case because I only have one car now. My tattoo appointment was pretty far from my house, so yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
Before we get into other things I kind of want to discuss, so I kind of whipped up this little questionnaire. Okay, if you will, kind of welcome you back, get you back used to the mic, even though we are already 20 minutes in. This is a shit situation, either or.
Okay.
So, or I guess, would you rather, in a sense?
All right.
Would you rather live in a racist neighborhood or a haunted house? And I mean like old school racist. And I mean like a haunted house.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what is the dynamic of this haunted house?
Both of them are to the extreme. When I say old school racist, it low key feel like Rosewood in 2021. And when I say haunted house, I mean, what's the fucking movie? Poltergeist.
Can I move?
Nah, it's either or. It's an either or shit situation.
Is this like racist, but I'm back in time, or is this 2021?
It's 2021, but it's very old school racism.
Oh, I might take the racism.
That's what I was thinking. So I was like,
I start picking you motherfuckers off.
I said, I handle what I gotta handle.
I can't fight no
They
ghosts.
do every racist thing but burn your shit down.
Okay, that's fine. So when you come to me with that racist shit, you gonna catch one.
We on. Jam your finger or sprain your ankle?
Jam my finger. I've done both, and I'm very well rather have my finger jammed.
I don't know, man, because you could taste it when you jam your finger.
Nah, I'd rather have my finger jammed. I've jammed every finger on my hands multiple times. I'd rather have them jammed than spraining.
Sprain suck.
I sprain my ankle, I start becoming a little bitch. Nah.
Let me lay down.
Yeah. Am I dying? I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with jam my finger only because I know it'll heal quicker. But just in the moment.
Oh, yeah, in the moment, you like, son of a bitch. Yeah.
When did I eat pennies? What does this taste?
Exactly. Why did I do that? That was stupid. Why did I do that?
Would you rather have unbearably good looks, but be fat? Or have the perfect athletic body, but look like Flavor Flav?
Oh, I'd be incredibly good looks and fat.
Everybody fluffy.
Yeah.
Would you rather fart in front of your crush on the first date or cry in front of your enemy? And I mean, this is Rihanna. This is Rihanna. And you got her at shit. She in the hood, so y'all at Bojangles.
Okay, what's the dynamic of like our first day? Are we in a noisy area? Can I like cover it up with like a noise or something? Or is it like dead silence and I just cut one?
We still in the pandemic. Y'all ordered food and y'all came to the crib. It's just y'all, music. You know what I'm saying? It's just y'all. And it's not like a spoit type deal. It's
one of those loud joints.
It's the cheek clapper, bro. Like it's the
yeah. I think I'd rather fart, man.
In front of Riri?
Yeah, because I feel like outside of that to natural, I mean, if we want to really take apart, that's a natural body function. I feel like I can, laugh with her about myself, make some type of jokes, just kind of smooth that over. But crying in front of your enemy, that seems like it brings so many problems. Even if you don't see the problems, it brings so many. I would have to fart.
I'm gonna have to cry in front of my enemy, but
Really?
I'm gonna have to whoop his ass afterwards. And I don't mean like, no, we just got into a scuffle and I got the better of him. I gotta fuck him up.
You gotta fuck him
Because
up.
when he goes telling the story and this bitch ass nigga started crying, you need to finish that story. What happened after I started crying?
I was crying when he whooped my ass.
But then he started crying. So what's he look like now if your face look like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man.
Yeah, I think
That's like when I was interviewing Angela Rye, and then I just fart. Everything about that video would have stopped. Then I'd have cried in front. I'd have cried in front of my enemy right there. I'd have cried right in front of him. Cut. Just walk off. That had just been the end. I would have left. I would have missed every other interview because she was interview number 2. We going home. We get on the road.
Right.
Getting back to Vegas right motherfucking now.
Right now. God damn it.
I can't watch shit else Angela Rye because I farted in front of her. Nah. And then it's me. I know my farts. My shit, boy.
It's rancid.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit clear a room. You feel me? Somebody open a window. You feel me? I cry from my enemy, but then I gotta whoop his ass immediately. We couldn't even be beefing. I could have been on the corner crying about some other shit and he cut the corner. That's his fault. That's his fault. That was his unfortunate situation. I think I got 2 more. No, I got 1 more. And it's going to bleed into the other conversation. Currently, where we are sitting right now with episode 9. Whose shoes would you rather be in?
Oh.
Franklin Saint or Teddy McDonald? Would you rather be the drug dealer who just got outed for working with the CIA or the CIA agent?
I'd rather be Franklin.
Rather be in Franklin's position?
Easy Franklin. Because when it's all said and done, Franklin can get his money and fucking bounce.
And be out, right.
When it's all said and done. So yeah, I'd be Franklin. Teddy, on the other hand, nah, I don't know about that dog.
Yeah, Teddy up out of here.
Yeah. You did you want to get it? You said you caught up.
Yeah. First of all, I gotta start here. I apologize. I don't know what took me so long. I don't know why I waited.
Did you just catch up from like the beginning or from this?
Well,
season?
no, I watched every season. I just didn't watch this new season because remember when you told me to start watching Snowfall, I started and I caught up all the way up until season 3, and then I watched season 3 as it was going.
Gotcha.
So then when season 4 dropped, I never watched because I was always busy or some shit was going on.
I get it.
Exactly, life was lifing. So I finally watched it. It was an off day, and
got a chance to binge it.
Yeah, I was like, look, I'm not about to work on anything. I think I had just finished editing. You know what? Boom, Turbo Micah was rendering.
Gotcha.
And with all the cuts,
you gotta wait.
Right, all the cuts and edits I had going on. I'm like, well, shit, I got time. You know what I'm saying? So I put it on, and out the gate, I was just like, oh shit.
Yep.
And every fucking listen. One thing I love about Snowfall is that how the sign is just breaking down as certain shit is breaking down.
I didn't notice that at first. That was pointed out to me. I didn't notice that till I think the end of last season. That was pointed out to me. I didn't notice.
The fact that where we are now with episode 9, you can't even make out the show called Snowfall no more. Shit done exploded.
Yeah, I looked at that and was like, "Whoa, you see pieces of the L, maybe,
bro." And it's so funny because the clip is starting to get around, and I understand that man's stress when he was all like, if you guys have any ideas, please, I'm listening. But if you don't, then please keep your head down, keep your mouths closed, and let me handle this like handle every other motherfucking thing else. Yeah. I was like, that man is stressed, bro.
He's had some moments.
He is in a tight situation, man.
Well, since we're here, you kind of said what you thought about it, but we'll go for the first. We don't have to do every episode, but for the first few episodes, what'd you think?
You got to be specific because there was so much that happened.
Well,
those episodes.
With currently what's going on, where do you stand on it? Where do you stand on how things are handled? How Franklin are handling things? Where do you stand on what the dad did? Do you think Leon was like, you know what I mean? Like what do you feel?
Out the gate, I wouldn't have chose to, and everybody knows me, I'm terrible with names, with certain shows, even though I watch the shows every fucking day, like Godfather or Harlem. Terrible with names, but, I'm gonna call him Stacy, cause that's how I know him, Stacy from the Wood. I wouldn't have chose Stacy. I would have clapped Man Boy from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
When they were trying to figure out who has to go.
Yeah.
Gotta be Man Boy because Stacy was kind of,
Scully.
Scully. Boom, there we go. Scully was, Scully was Scully, but I feel like Man Boy has been a fucking problem. You've already shown me that you're a snake.
Yeah, I knew Man Boy was an issue.
You know what I'm saying?
Gate.
I knew you was an issue from Gate. Everybody done told me you didn't want to come after my plug. You done told me you want to come after my plug. You gotta go. You're clearly going to be the fucking problem. We never had a pleasant moment with each other. So I would have clapped Man Boy out the gate. The thing with the father, that was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially considering what happened to the reporter.
Yeah. Reporter had to know it was coming though.
She had to. I mean, nigga told her.
Yeah.
Yo, this time you wake up.
Next time you won't. He told
Which
her.
was the illest white boy line I've ever heard.
Next time you won't.
I want to know who was the other CIA niggas that was helping
him.
Give
her heroin? I don't know what he gave her. I don't know.
He gave her something, but that was raps that night, nigga. She, I need that, whatever the fuck that was. But yeah, Man Boy would have been out the gate early. The father, I can understand his situation. I'm talking about Franklin because he wanted to accept him back in his life, and he did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He did. Yeah, he did.
So for him to go that route, and then the father thinking like the average Black Panther at that time, like, nigga, I'm about to drop this info, I'm about to drop this bomb.
Right.
And then we going to Cuba.
Right.
Because he even said in the show, like, nigga, we got Asada Shakur out there waiting at the compound for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I guess we should have said spoilers if you haven't seen this season.
I mean, shit. Wednesday, in 2 days, it'll be the season finale. If you ain't seen it, it's come on now. Oh, well. And if you have spoilers, skip ahead and shit.
Now, one thing about this, though, is I heard there's going to be one more season.
They've already
episode 10 got to answer so many questions for me. It's like, nigga, how do we get another 10 episodes?
They already, I think this was like episode 7 or 8 where they put out there that they did get renewed for a 5th one.
That's what I'm like.
That's what helps me actually. And then when I see real life shit happen with certain, that's what kind of helps me with some of these shows. Like I knew not what to expect, but I knew something was going to be happening in our favor, quote unquote, because they got renewed. So
I think my guess is that they're going to actually end up going to Cuba, or they're going to go. Where was old girl's sister? Was that Arizona or New Mexico?
Where she was trying to show them the drugs and stuff?
Yeah.
No, that was Arkansas.
Or they're going to go to Arkansas. That's because I don't see how they stay in LA.
You know what? I can see, now that you say that, I can see them going to Arkansas and kind of doing their thing there at Arkansas to kind of help, like, with the spread. You know what I mean? Like,
because think about it, we haven't revisited that yet.
You're right.
They just dropped off all those keys,
and that was it.
And then shit went to hell after that. So we haven't even revisited that yet. So they're not going to put that in the show to just leave it be.
You're right.
And then Jerome was like, said straight up, you're either about to turn them into killers or you're going to get them killed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there were so many seeds that were planted with them going to Arkansas that, and then just not revisit it at all.
Yeah.
I think that's going to play an integral part in the next season. So I think they may end up, if they're going to have a 5th and possibly final season, I think it's going to pick up in Arkansas. We may see them go to Arkansas on episode 10.
I think it's possible because I think at this point Scully is coming. Like I think, at first he was coming, and then shit happened with his daughter, so he got religious, wasn't coming. But I think he's coming now. Spoiler.
If they don't get that spoilers are coming with me saying it that many motherfucking times, then you wanted to hear this shit and be mad. You're choosing violence. Anyway, when he saw his wife dead,
he knew.
He was like, I found Jesus for a week, and that's pretty much that.
It's back to dipping the PCP in my ear.
Exactly. It's back to doing these young drops. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're going from there.
How did you feel about Leon's situation?
Which one?
the one that like took the cake.
Him killing his daughter?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just dropping gems.
No, you're fine. But we already said spoiler. Yeah.
I felt one, I felt bad when they killed the mother in front of him. Because he's already mentally fucked up.
Killed the...
Because remember, he shot up the car that ultimately led to Scully's daughter dying.
Yeah.
When he killed Scully's wife. When they killed Scully's wife in front of Leon.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just, I felt bad for him because he genuinely brought her there to apologize and to save her life. Mm-hmm. So then one shit wasn't moving fast enough, and Jerome was already saying straight up, nigga, I want to kill every single one of them bitches that tried to kill my girl. So when it happened, it was just like, I felt bad. I don't think Leon makes it out of episode 10. I think his head's too fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I kind of agree with that. I honestly thought he'd probably get picked off this past season.
But I will also say, I've probably said that about Leon every season since Snowfall's been a thing.
Yeah.
But I think this is truly it, though, because now he's not focused.
Yeah.
He had already beat the case. You know what I'm saying? They ended up killing the dude that took the rap. So now the case is really dead. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like with his head being this fucked up and him already having that kind of luck to beat the case, I don't think he makes it out of episode 10. But his situation is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Especially cause now he got beef with his old neighborhood. Mm-hmm. He has PTSD ultimately.
Yeah.
The nigga still kind of get looked at as a murderer because he still was on, like.
I mean, technically, he still is a murderer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Technically, yeah. I felt like when it happened, I felt kind of how he felt. Like he didn't know. Like he just came to a car, he didn't know that. So I felt bad. I felt bad for the little girl, obviously, but I felt bad for him too because it's like he really ain't.
Oh, and another thing that I realized that's gonna get Leon up out of here. The bounty was never called off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By Fatback taking that charge, that was for the police.
Right.
That was to keep because the police wasn't going to stop.
Right, exactly.
They can deal with, Scully, whoever, but the police wasn't going to stop. So that was for the police. But like you said, that bounty's still on his head.
The bounty is still on his head. Scully is pissed off.
Scully is on a fucking warpath.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't see how Leon makes it out of episode 9. Episode 10, I'm sorry. I don't see how.
I can agree with you on that. But I don't. I guess because I do like the carry. I hope he's not killed, but I can see him not making it out. I can see that.
But you do know what I see happening if he doesn't make it out.
He turns himself in.
Nah, I don't think he turns himself in. I think he dies, sacrificing himself for the drug addict.
Tasha. Is that her name, Tasha?
Possibly. Someone will correct us if it's not. But
Wanda.
Wanda, that is it. I see him because remember Wanda even took a bullet for him.
Yeah.
So
helped him with helped them towards the end.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I could see him that being like his, a life for a life type deal. You know what I'm saying? I can see it, going down that way, going down that route. But I don't see him. It's too many things against him, and he ain't Franklin Saint.
You right.
So I don't see how he makes it.
And even if he was, I think that with the killing of that really fucked him up because since then he has not been right.
Yeah,
he's barely had lines. He ain't said shit. He constantly looks sad.
He ain't been a trigger man. And think about the difference between Leon now in season 4 and Leon in season 1. Leon season 1, nigga, everybody died.
Yeah, everybody. Now he's like, no,
he won't pick up a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Touch nothing.
Boy, I felt Jerome's anger when he came out the hospital. He's like, no, we go get these niggas right now. Yeah. Franklin told us to wait. And he had that hard ass, man, fuck Franklin. I'm like, yo, he leaned on that F, bro.
I think episode 9 was a really good episode. That was a really good episode.
Absolutely.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they probably did more than most shows by tying up so much, but that was a really good episode. Like when they was fighting, I felt that shit because that was like, no, we need to get that. I felt that. I knew what that was.
Yeah, when he said, he's like, when your wife asked me why I let you get killed, I want to tell her I did everything in my power. I was like, I feel that.
Yeah.
Because you are in, he's fucking.
Yeah, he was beating your ass.
Even if you weren't on the cane.
Yeah, he was still beat your ass.
You know what I'm saying? That shit was still. Franklin got in some shots, though. I'm proud of him.
You see how he square up?
Look.
He square up like one of those old London boxers in the 30s.
Right. Care to have a thrashing. But, like old girl said, the nigga was expected to be an honor student. I don't think he's used to getting them up like that.
True. You're absolutely right. I don't know. What do you expect for this next episode?
War. All out fucking
All
war.
out war.
All out war.
One scene that they didn't do, man, that I was kind of looking forward to because it was promoted in the trailer. But now since he's dead, they didn't do it. It was like in the trailer they were showing Man Boy like hanging outside of a window when the car was pulling off with guns and he was shooting in the air and stuff. That didn't. I don't remember that being in any of the episodes, and I wanted to see that particular scene. What that scene about? I liked it.
They won't like to cut that for time.
Another show that you probably don't watch because this is probably one of my nerd shit called For All Mankind.
I heard of it.
That show is by far one of the best written shows I've had the pleasure of watching in a very long time.
I gotta look into it. I had interest in watching.
Very long time. It's basically, I mean, it's I guess you can call it sci-fi, but it's basically like, what if NASA weren't the first people that went to the moon? What if it was Russia? And kind of deal with all that. But each individual character, they all got their own backstory, if you will, that gets them to this point. So you get to see it's by far one of the well-written shows. Don't get me wrong. I like the content of Snowfall better, but if Leon was a character in For All Mankind, his trajectory, the way they wrote him would have been completely different. I
just like shows that do that kind of revisionist history. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened? Like what would have happened if we lost the war in World War II and all that? Like I like seeing that kind of shit. Like especially when it's put together as historically accurate as it could be. Like with going off of what was in the plans. What did Hitler plan on doing had he won and really became the superpower he was trying to be? And really, really diving into it. I think that revisionist history shit has always been dope. Yeah. So no, I do want to look into it though, for sure.
Check that show out. But in the meantime, Snowfall is that shit.
Snowfall is the way to go, and I'm so happy that Godfather of Harlem came back yesterday.
Wait, what?
You ain't know?
I got something to do when I get to the house.
I just watched the first episode of Godfather of Harlem.
I seen you posted. I thought you was like re-binging or something.
Oh no. First episode of the season. Now, they snuck that motherfucker back in because I really just found out they would come back last week.
Gotcha.
But yeah, episode 1 is out. I watched that joint. And my man's is back.
Checking that out. Me and him got matching eyes. I'm checking that out.
He said, I fucks with him. I got empathize with the homie.
I was so scared, bro, when this happened. I was like, what if I can't see? What if, like, it's bad? Like, is this going to mess up any potential acting career? How I'm going to do this? I need to talk to Forrest. Where Forrest at? I was serious, too. Where Forrest at?
Not when there's a Forrest Whitaker that exists. It was all like, we got a young slant-eye nigga. Okay, let's get it. Dog, I got to bring this up before we move on in the show. Have you seen this GoFundMe of Lakeisha Golden? Help me pay back my PPP loan.
Wait, people already, she almost got 22.
She'd have made $22,500, bro. She'd have made $2,248.
Wow. What's the loan amount for?
So, you remember when the pandemic was just, really getting in its bag?
I thought they got millions, though.
No, so everybody was getting $20K.
Oh.
But that's because they were pretty much applying for this business bailout loan. And obviously they ain't had no fucking business to get bailed out. So now the feds are coming after their ass.
Stupid.
So, and that's a lot of conversation online right now. So
I think people that did that probably really thought that this particular virus thing was really finna dismantle like the world in a sense. That they feel they can do that and not kind of get away with, because you had to think like, what if this shit come back on me? Like, you had to, right?
Had to. The crazy shit about it is that, first of all, she's at this amount, and the top donation is $1,000, bro.
That's fucking
and under there's a $500, but that's not the reason I brought this up. I brought this up because the comments on this motherfucker is hilarious. So it's like, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find some of the good ones that I had pulled up initially. But everybody's like just dropping $5 on it or dropping $100 out of nowhere. Let's see. Come on, where is it at? Damn, too many people done donated. I lost all the good shit. And listen, I've had this page pulled up since we said we were about to start recording. So I didn't even expect it to be, I didn't expect it to get here, but here's what her caption says. I got $20K PPP loan. Now the Fed's after me. Please help. I can't do jail. I got 3 kids that need me. They got my GoFundMe under review, so please send all the money to my Cash App Hashtag Keisha Cash 88.
She about to scam y'all again.
Oh, this is great.
She about to scam y'all again. Hell no. I bet she's trying to hit another 20K.
Easily. Oh, where are the comments, bro? The comments on here had me crying, laughing. Like this one person said, I'll put something on your books here. There was another one. Let me see. $5 towards a designer prisoner jumpsuit.
That's fucked up.
Oh, shit. Oh, it was some great ones in here, bro. Now I can't even pull them up. Damn. But yeah, man. People getting caught up on this PPP loan.
Fucking idiots. I have to believe they probably thought like society was going to crumble and they was trying to, go out in the blazing glory. Cause there's no way you could have did this and was like, yeah, I'm going to get away with this. It's no way. Like, come on.
Oh, they always come back. They always show up and show out. Like, I need all that back.
Yeah.
I need all that back. 79 donors, 131,000 shares, of course.
She about to get money off going viral.
Just off of going viral. Just off of going
You're
viral.
going to send her a Cash App, and yeah, she going to get away with that shit. And she's smart to send her my Cash App. She was like, nah, I don't want to go for me taking none of that shit. You can say you sent it there, but send it to my Cash App.
Just run into, I need it right now.
Yeah. Hell no.
Oh, man. I'm so mad that they didn't limit the comments, bro. The comments were everything, dog.
You donating?
No. For what? Take them lickings and keep on kicking. So you weren't able to do the noise or turn my mic up, but I still want to get your thoughts, especially with them revealing that they're going to be holding his memorial service at Barclays Center, which just tells you everything you need to know about the love that DMX had here. Mm-hmm. How are you affected by DMX's passing?
It was one of those things where I think because they told us kind of a week in advance about the overdose and all that it made the blow a little bit softer. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, 50 is still young, and I mean that's X. You know what I mean? He was a super big influence in a lot of my music growing up. But I really do think by them letting us know about the overdose, that softened the blow. So it didn't hit me as hard as I think it hit some other people. Mm-hmm. Usually, like, I guess a day or two after when it finally settled, that's when I kind of think back about, what happened before. And afterwards, I was like, damn, X is really, really gone. You know what I mean? Like damn, of course I threw on some of his old albums and stuff like that. And gratefully I think he finished his most recent album before he passed. So
with Godfather of Harlem, they opened up one of his new records. And
really?
Yeah, you could tell that he made that record during the time where he wasn't using, because that's probably about as close to X he sounded in recent years.
Really?
Yeah.
I definitely got to check that out. So it was one of those things, man, that it's like, it sucks. You know what I mean? It definitely sucks, because I think especially right now for the people in our generation, we're kind of losing a lot of people that we came up with, that we listen, that are influential to who we are. So this one was hard, but again, I think it was easier than most because we were kind of forewarned a little bit.
Right. Before I heavily dropped the ball, and I still don't forgive myself for it, and accidentally deleted our episode that we recorded, we were even saying then we don't want to speak, what we believe is going to end up happening.
Right.
We just want to continue to send well wishes and positive vibes, but bro, that's just one of those things, man. As soon as I say no brain activity, it's like, he's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you said that in that particular episode, and even when you said it, I was like, part of me was like, no, maybe there could still be hope. You know what I mean? But you're absolutely right. Once they say you ain't got no brain activity, that's when you can kind of call it raps.
Right. Because at that point, you're just a vessel.
You're just there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and I don't even know if, like, when that happens, if you can, I know you can't really see, you can't see or anything, but I don't even know if you can hear. Like, I don't know.
It's no brain activity. And, even if there was started to be a spark of brain activity or something like that, the brain damage alone, he'd be a vegetable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So at that point, you gotta really sit back and think like, okay, do we want to have him be brain dead and we take him off, life support or whatever, or does he have a little bit of brain activity, but he is like a vegetable, but we're able to keep him alive? You know what I mean? It's you got to play that game, and I think the family ultimately did the right thing. But as fans, of course you're like, damn, I still want you here, selfishly. So
Right.
It kind of is what it is at this point.
No, it definitely sucks. And I think we did and it's not no toot our own horn shit, but I feel like we did an excellent dedication towards him. With Turn My Mic Up, with just reliving the projects he's given us, reliving the words and the messages that he left us with. And one thing that Swiss said that really stood out to me was, you never saw X with a fancy car, million chains, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you really didn't
You never saw him as the flashy rapper for the amount of money that he made. He gave away so much of his money. He gave away so much of his time. And that's the effect that brings people to where they are now with his passing.
Right.
Because, this man was troubled. We said it on the show. He was troubled. I don't think he's known a day of peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to know that even in those, days where he was troubled, he was battling his demons, he still made sure to make everybody that he came in contact with feel loved. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, that shit don't exist with rappers.
No, it don't exist with rappers. I think it takes a special person to be willing to give that. And sadly, it kind of happens with the people who didn't get a lot of love growing up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they don't want nobody else to feel that. So they give an outpouring of it. And he was one of those people. You know what I mean? So hopefully while he was here, he got some joy by helping others. But like you said, you can see he was a troubled person.
Definitely. So another RIP to DMX.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna watch the memorial service if they end up streaming it like they did with everybody else.
They probably will.
Very curious how that's gonna go. I'm pretty sure he's gonna pack out. Actually, I don't know if he's gonna be able to pack out the Barclays because it's COVID. So this is gonna be our first arena memorial that
I thought it was gonna be some of it or most of it was gonna be outdoor.
I don't know. I got to look into it again, but I believe it's supposed to be at the Barclays.
No, I believe it was at the Barclays, but a lot of it was outdoor at the bar. I don't know. I don't know
if it's outdoors. You can't really control the distancing because you know how motherfuckers be. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think it's supposed to be next week, so we'll definitely see what happens. I guess while we're on the subject, just to kind of wrap up the conversation of death and then get into this final conversation, gotta say RIP to Black Rob.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people, especially from this younger generation, that don't know who Black Rob is, wasn't around for Whoa, wasn't around for the real shiny suit Diddy era.
Right, yeah, you
know what I mean, to really appreciate Black Rob. But, that was somebody that had immense talent. He made, he kind of gave a different kind of swagger to that shiny suit era that Diddy was trying to create.
Yeah, he gave it was that shiny suit, but I still shoot you.
He commercialized being a thug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was able to do that for Diddy and really for the Bad Boy imprint. We didn't have him around long enough in the limelight as we possibly should have. I think that with the success of Whoa and with the success of The Saga Continues, was it The Saga Continues or P. Diddy and the Bad Boy? May have been The Saga Continues. Anyway, I think with the success of those, that should have been something that shot to the moon.
Right.
From there, I can't really, remember what the situation was that Black Rob kind of ended up taking the back burner. But what always happens to Diddy artists, you know what I mean? And no one had seen Black Rob for some time. I actually ended up looking into it. We were following Black Rob for a cool minute under the Noize page. But he had been battling major health ailments, you know what I'm saying? With, he had a stroke and.
I think this last one, at least, it was his kidneys, right?
Yeah, he was in the hospital for kidney failure. And he was real down bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he still mustered up as much energy and as much strength to, pay his respects to DMX. And that just immediately, woke up, the concern for Black Rob, and then we lost him, 2 days later?
Yeah.
So it was, even Mark Curry came out of nowhere, and it was just like, damn, y'all really went 0-1 bad boy for this situation. You know what I mean?
The Black Rob thing, that kind of, I was surprised at that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, granted, we did see him, suffering some of his ailments, like it was viral or whatever. But I didn't expect, I don't think nobody expected him to go out like so quickly like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I was listening to another podcast and it was like, talking about Diddy. I was like, hey, Diddy can make an Instagram or a post and they probably have a kidney for him, but shit, for him to go this quickly, I don't even think it would have mattered.
I think he was already like
he was too far gone.
He had to be too far gone, because if you look at his last like public interview, I'd have to pull up his page, but he was actually doing an event with a lot of people from that era, some of them that actually had like a solid run in that era, and he had an interview around then. So I think he may have already been dealing with like dialysis and stuff like that leading up to it, because he was looking frail. You know what I mean? So then seeing him in the hospital in those those videos, it was like, yo, he's no disrespect, but it really did look like he was on the back end.
Right. He fucked up.
R.I.P. to Black Rob, condolences, well wishes, and of course all the positive vibes to his family.
Yes.
Can't close out on death, so let's close out on fuck shit. So this influencer game is getting fucking insane.
What'd you see?
So, as we mentioned earlier, Jake Paul having his fight.
That's right. He did. That's right.
Against, who was it?
Ben Askren? Is that how you say his last name?
Ben Askren, the former MMA fighter. Brother.
I'm tired of this man fighting MMA people, but carry on.
Brother, this man contributed to $75 million and 1.5 million buys. And because it was Triller, that was all house money.
Yeah.
So they ain't had to pay fight. They ain't have to pay none of the strip. That was all Triller money.
Triller make money then?
Bruh, I don't know. Franklin Saint. I believe that's the only thing that makes sense. He's behind it all.
I know this is a little bit tender, but it just made me think, how do they make money then?
They got the money to do all kinds of shit, apparently.
Look into that. But wait, 1.5 million pay-per-view buys?
1.5 million pay-per-view buys. Now, the crazy shit is Jake Paul was already guaranteed $690,000. But with whatever deal he signed, I'm assuming he has some kind of gate deal. They said after everything is divvied up, he could easily walk away with $10 million.
That's fucking nuts.
Jake Paul's deal had Mayweather creating posts about like, man, fuck that. My next fight, I'm with Triller. When you make Floyd Mayweather say fucking Showtime, fucking HBO.
Hell yeah.
I'm going with Triller, because obviously that's where the bread is at.
So you say you watched the clip. What'd you see?
A knockout.
Well, duh. But I mean, like, how did Jake look? Because we didn't see how Ben looked. So how did Jake look?
I mean, like I said, he looks like somebody that is training in boxing.
Okay.
But, he doesn't look like a fucking middleweight champ. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like he's going to be going for gold anytime soon. But for what he does, can't believe I'm about to say this, but for what he does, that man might be one of the smartest influencers out right now, because he has figured it out.
I mean, smart. Yeah, I give him that.
Because he banked off of his following. I think they said Jake Paul got 22 million followers or something like that. And 22 million followers that follow you religiously. Your pay-per-view does 1.5 million buys. That percentage kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna get all 22 million to buy it, but even if you get 10%, 20% of your followers to buy it, you get those numbers. You feel me?
Do you see this being a thing with him that like lasts long? Do you see him being like a 10 and like having 10 matches?
Nah, this is gonna last until he calls out an actual boxer.
Got you. I agree with that.
This is gonna last until he calls out an actual boxer, because he fought Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson was not ready to step in the ring, and and that's why I was saying on the show, like, Jake Paul is a trained fighter.
Right.
Nate Robinson is a nigga that was training. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was like, trust me, I would love to see Jake Paul get his ass whooped, especially by a black man. Absolutely. However, I know what's about to happen. Jake Paul has been training and fighting for like 2 or 3 years prior to the fight with Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson started training earlier that year.
Right.
After a back and forth exchange with this nigga.
I know he has a rematch coming up, but after that rematch, with how Triller is kind of giving you the bag, do you see Conor going against Jake Paul?
Yeah.
I mean,
if Conor loses this next fight, I could see it.
I think he kind of takes it win or lose.
Nah. I think
because I think the money would be so much more.
Call me crazy, but I can explain as well. If Conor gets another loss, I think he wraps it up in the UFC. And the only reason I say that is because it has been very hit and miss with his comebacks. He'll come back, win, leave, come back, lose, leave, come back, win. It's going to get to the point his antics aren't going to be worth the money that they're spending on him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. Two, there are so many bags out here. Conor McGregor made his biggest payday fighting Floyd Mayweather. So to know that Triller is out here paying cats like that to fight, oh, absolutely, he'll jump in there with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I think they're finding their lane in the special attraction bouts. You know what I mean?
Who does Jake Paul fight next?
If they're smart, they will put the money up for a Conor McGregor because there's not really anybody. Because at this point, they're just having fights off the back of Jake Paul's name.
Right.
With Triller making so much money, keeping all this money in-house, at that, they need to put him with somebody that's going to be mega money. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw a crazy-ass bag at Mayweather. Now, it's going to have to be a stupid bag. However, it would be a smart investment because Mayweather, his following, what Money Mayweather Production can bring in off of a pay-per-view, the amount of money that he made fighting Conor McGregor, with them knowing that was a novelty fight, with them knowing how the results were going to be, but it still made bread. Mix that with Jake Paul's 22 million followers, that percentage of the 22 million followers, nigga, they sold 1.5 million pay-per-view buys off of him boxing a retired UFC nigga.
Out of like integrity and love for the sport, I hope Mayweather don't even entertain that. I really don't, because
you must not know Floyd Mayweather.
Right. I know it may be the opposite. Once that money, that bag, out of integrity for the sport, don't even entertain no shit like that. You're arguably the best boxer ever, and you're gonna fight a YouTube sensation for the bag? Like, come on, dog. Really?
I want to say controversial opinion, but I feel like it's going to still be a regular opinion. Mayweather doesn't have integrity for the sport. I mean, you saw that when he boxed.
Well, I say that because of the way he talks. When he talks about boxing, he talks about so much love and integrity for it. So you would think naturally that he would have that. You know what I mean?
I think that exists with every fighter. I think there is a general love for it. However, I just think the bag gives him rose-tinted glasses, because remember, after he fought McGregor, or it could have been before, I have to double check. One in between the time, either before or after he fought McGregor, nigga went to Japan or Korea, one of those, and boxed up one of their top dudes for a bag.
He wasn't even a boxer. I think he was like kickboxer.
Like, right? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And whooped his ass.
Yeah.
And brought that bag back home. He hasn't had boxer's integrity since he was actually boxing. You know what I mean? So at this point now, it's just a bag, and that's kind of his only option. So he's gonna take shit that he knows he can do. Now imagine.
Do you think he's hurting for money?
Absolutely. He's pushing 50.
We see a lot of people pushing 50 that ain't hurting for money, that may have touched or came close.
Oh, you said is he hurting for?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said he's gonna take the money. My fault. I don't think he's hurting for money, but I don't think his I don't think his cha-ching is cha-chinging as much as it used to be. Got you.
He's
had, because unfortunately he's experiencing a lot of failures. Definitely with his girl collection. I think didn't they just close down out here?
Yeah, they probably did. But I take that, like I attribute that to COVID or something. I don't attribute.
No, it was definitely contributed to COVID, but at the same time, they weren't making that much money when they were open either.
True. I think I just heard he purchased something or got some stock or something. It was a money move that he made that I thought I've heard within the last month or so. It could be mistaken.
No, I definitely don't think I for sure don't think he's hurting, but I think there has to be a chink somewhere in his finances.
Got you.
Because he keeps entertaining the idea of coming back to boxing. He keeps certain shit open to get it done. And I think with him approaching 50, he's going to take the fights that he knows I'm going to walk away with the W. I would not, there would be no surprise in this world if we close out 2021 without an announcement that Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather are going to fight. I will be very surprised.
True. I'll give you that.
If we close out 2021 without that announcement, I will be very surprised.
I'll give you that. What you think? You think Tyson and Holyfield gonna fight? You gonna watch it?
Nah. And I wouldn't watch it.
Really?
Nah.
Why not?
I don't know, man. Like, Holyfield did look good in his training.
He looks real like fit and slim, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like physically, yeah. He got himself in fantastic shape. It just doesn't interest me.
But if we keeping it a buck, like, Tyson didn't beat Holyfield when they was like, I don't want to say in their prime, when they was boxing still.
Right. But and I think that's one of the things that kind of keeps me from it, because I know this is a novelty fight, and I know and was able to watch the history of Tyson and Holyfield. So it's kind of like it's a different kind of love for that rivalry that I'd rather see, and it would, being real, it would kind of be heartbreaking to see them kind of just moseying along in a fight.
You don't think they're gonna get after it if they fight?
Remember, with their fights, there's no knockouts,
but they can still get after it. At least look. Roy and Tyson look like they wanted to get after it. They look
Tyson
like it.
looked like he wanted to get after it. Roy was just like, ring the bell.
I think if those two were to fight, Tyson would still look like he wants to get out. I think Vander probably would look like he wants to get in there too. I don't think he gonna do what Roy did as far as his get out the way game.
I'm sitting here talking shit, but I know I'd watch it. But it's not like something that I'm just like clamoring for.
You're not rushing to.
You know what I'm saying? Like with Roy and Tyson, I wasn't clamoring for, but it was just the general, oh my God, I want to see what Tyson looks like now. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. That makes sense. His first fight back, that makes sense.
And then seeing him, I got excited. I was like, I kind of want to see him fight again.
That makes sense.
But, for Tyson and Holyfield, that just means something so different to me. Yeah. And I wouldn't want to see them go in there and half-ass it. And like, when they brought up Tyson and Lennox Lewis, I was like, okay, I watched that. You know what I mean? Because they didn't really have a rivalry. Mm-hmm. Lennox Lewis just he beat Tyson on Tyson's way out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll watch that. Holyfield and Tyson, an ear was lost.
Right.
And that's just kind of the thing with that. But yeah. Mark my words, we're going to get an announcement for Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Very, very soon.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because it's too much money on the floor.
Especially if Triller giving the bag up like that.
Triller has figured it the fuck out.
I got to look to see how they making money for real.
Bruh, and they don't release shit about shit.
And if they are making money, the crazy thing about all this is Jake Paul made that much. Imagine how much Triller made if they making money.
If they were able to give Jake Paul that much and still give him a bag off
saying.
the top,
so how much
to where he's going to walk away with $10 million, bro. Even look at the production value of how Versus has been since they've been under Triller, bro. There's a bag there that we do not know shit about. I don't think they've released how much they bought Versus for yet.
Really? No, they didn't.
But they definitely said that all these other artists are making money off of Versus now since it's under Triller. So it's like,
so if they making money, what is y'all doing? We need to get in with Triller, dog.
Triller, cut the check.
Yeah, we need to get in.
I just need $50,000. You will pay me one time. That's fine.
We just need Triller.
You know what I'm saying? Talk, scream at your boy. Holla at me. But while we're waiting on Triller, y'all go ahead and go to the noisemerch.threadless.com and buy yourself some Noize merch. Also download the Beat Network app on Amazon. We're going to go ahead and call that an episode. Already an hour and some change in.
Solid episode.
I'd say so. Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
What was the name I gave you?
Kavikyo.
Yeah.
Kavikyo.
Son of Kavron or something like that.
Something like that.
Anyway, welcome back, Kavikyo. Good to have you back, sir. As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate the support. And as always, it's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize.